We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They go again with Scott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Scott. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stay in open. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 6. Tiger Swamp.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gino steps away to his left. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
From the gun, here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Smith. Flushed out right. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll run for it. It's Walker. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Once again, it's Swift. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run here with Swift. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 25.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Out of the gun, Smith. Sliding out of the pocket.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
To throw is Smith.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Geno now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 20.
Here's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown!
DK Metcalf.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now Geno on first down, going deep for Walker.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Again, Smith rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Smith.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Here's Smith. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Geno's going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Trim it. Hey, 73.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
Penny up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Hurts. Got his man. It's Gainwell.
No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run with Penny.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throw left side complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They will run for it with Gainwell.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Penny is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
Fights loose. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Boye Mafe in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run right here with Swift.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
This is 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Now 2nd and 5. Hurts.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Seattle.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Under 10, trio left.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Hey, check Trap 60.
Throwing is Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Here we go. Hey, check right.
On first down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Walker with another carry.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. This a 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
3rd and 4. Now Lamar changing the play. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and a couple.
Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And now an audible here into something else. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
Shreds the tackle.
Down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
To throw on second down is Smith. Finding Walker, complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. First down, and it's Hill again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Good shot, good shot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, here's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Rolling to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson
to the right side into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field spot.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Jackson.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Second down and 8. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
56 from Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. 3 balls. 3 balls.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
You got block me. You got block me. 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Play action. It's Jackson. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Beckham in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Being chased out left. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, eluding the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his left.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that.
Tyler Lockett.
Now he's free at the 35. Tyler Lockett.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Cray Brown.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now Gino on 1st down.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the and now off to the races down the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got room. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive. Will begin at the 25. Here's Wilson to throw right away. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, here's Perine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Perine. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Mims in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
22 yards.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Wilson going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. To throw is Smith.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Zach Charbonnet.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to move back in front.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Geno's going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The give is to McLaughlin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. P-Ryan trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll go to P-Ryan trying to pound it in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Samaje P-Ryan taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st and 10, Smith. This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Fant. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st down, it's Smith. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or 2 too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Smith throwing again.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
You got nothing. Deuce. Check 24. Whip. Watch the whip. Undercrunch.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Geno now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Here's 3rd and 6. Up the middle, here's Walker. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Again, it's Charbonnet. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Walker.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. This 2nd and 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And bulldozing his way through. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's McLaughlin. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Wilson.
Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here we go, 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They run it with Pirine on 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Samaje Pirine with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Smith.
Rolling to his right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Obviously, the thought process is to score a touchdown there on 1st and goal, but that loss, that's not critical. Holding on to the football is. Make sure they come away with no less than a field goal in the lead. That's uppermost in their minds.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
This is 1st and 10.
One last shot for Wilson.
Able to find Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Smith going to look to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. There he goes right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 83 yards. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
They run again with Dowdle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guy scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10, Smith again. Forced out to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And Walker has it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Back to throw, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Geno.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Here's a diving catch right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Prescott now. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Prescott yet again.
That is caught by Lamb.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First down, Prescott. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Left side to Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CD Lamb. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Right to the air is Jackson. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run again with Walker.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Here's Smith.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Smith. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now Smith, throw out wide to Walker.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. SOS.
Walker once more.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. First carry now for Justice Hill.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, here's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Here we go. Hey,
Back to Walker on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill. 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 91 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Gino on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Gino now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Charbonnet.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
108 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
18 Ramley.
From the 50, it's Smith.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On second down, Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Geno.
He completes this to Walker.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
3rd and 4.
Throwing is Smith. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. To throw is Smith. He'll buy some time right. Finding Walker complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Hand off here to Walker.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at it.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Zach Charbonnet
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
146 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
On 1st down, Smith sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll run on third down with Charbonnet.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. On first down, it's Smith.
They'll get that to Charbonnet.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here comes second down at 5. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet.
Dancing away at the 35. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here's second down. And Charbonnet once again.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. Smith.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game.
So the victory here for Seattle. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.